Hello, Lumbridge City members. Thanks again for being a member of our private community, and it is my goal to make sure that the membership is well worth your money, that everybody here is going to earn lots of profit. And so I'm investigating all sorts of different ways that we can make money with our Bitcoin and our altcoin. In today's video, it is June the 3rd, 2015. I'm going to do a short presentation here on a safe way to lend your Bitcoin and altcoin. It's pretty simple, it's pretty basic, and you can get started right away with it. Let's go over and take a look at the first one. Here we are at Bitfinex. I've talked about this one before on a different video when I was first finding out about this. And Bitfinex is an exchange where you can do margin trading, and it also provides an option to do liquidity swaps, which is a very confusing way to say that you can lend out your Bitcoin to other people who are doing margin trading. So let me log in here. And right now I don't have any Bitcoin here. I don't have any money in Bitfinex at all, and I'll explain why in a second. You'll see why. But for the lending portion of this, of course, you know you can do margin trading here at about a 3-to-1 ratio, but you can do the margin trading because you're allowed to borrow Bitcoin or Litecoin from other people and use that in your position. When you close your position, you pay them off their loan and you take the profit or the loss. And so it's really safe to do the lending here on Bitfinex. They really set it up so that the liquidity provisioners, that's us who loan the Bitcoin, you're really protected. And the people who are doing the margin trading, they take the losses or the wins. So there's 3 different things you can do here for loaning US dollar, Bitcoin, and Litecoin. And the rates are competitive so that we can undercut each other. People can offer a lower rate than this, and then if there's somebody putting on a trade, they will use this money. The thing is with Bitfinex, when you go into a long position, often by default, the system makes you use US dollars in your leveraged position. When you go short, it makes you use Bitcoin in your leveraged position, as far as I understand. And Litecoin, it must be the same, where when you go long, it's US dollars. When you go short, they use Litecoin here. And so I'm still not 100% sure on that and why it's like that, but this is how it was explained to me, and it seemed to work out when I was doing it here. The main thing that I found really striking is the difference in the rates here, where we have 0.06% per day. When we look at the Bitcoin swaps or the loan rates, it's competed down to 0.02% per day. And so you don't make as much money lending Bitcoin as you would if you were lending US dollars. And then over in the Litecoin supply and demand, we can see that's 0.01, which is really very not attractive at all. It is important to take a look at these rates and annualize them. So the 0.06, well, let's see, we're at Litecoin, let's do this one, 0.01. If you were to take your money and loan it out every single day at 0.01, that turns into a 3.65% interest rate per year. That's not taking into account that if you loaned it out for 1 day and then you got your 1 day's worth of interest, and then you loaned out your principal plus your interest, and then the next day you got your payment and you loaned out that principal plus the interest, and you kept adding on to it every day, you would get more than 3.65% rates. But just for sake of argument and for comparison, let's just leave it at the 3.65. And so if we go over to Bitcoin trading or lending here, it's 0.023. And that works out to about 8.4% per year, which is still a lot better than you can get at any kind of bank all over the place. This is a pretty good lending rate. When we look over at the US dollar lending rate and compare that here, now we're looking at nearly a 23% interest rate on an annualized basis. And that assumes that your loan is always out and somebody's always using your swap is being filled. And that means somebody is using a leveraged position and using your money in their leveraged position. So sometimes your money is there, but it isn't, the swap is not filled or the loan is not filled, and so you're not earning interest. And that's why the rates are competitive, so that you put in a lower rate and you're more likely to have your swap filled as those next leveraged trading goes on. And now let's go take a look at another place where you can do this lending, and this is the Poloniex exchange. And this one I don't talk about on YouTube. I do talk about Bitfinex because Bitfinex has an affiliate program, and I can refer people to that. If you lend your money on Bitfinex, I get a small little cut of that. Poloniex doesn't have an affiliate program, and I think they're nuts because they have a really great system here, but they don't want to have people spamming all over the place. So they really need to have an affiliate program that is by application, only by their approval could you be an affiliate of theirs. So anyway, you can transfer your money into Poloniex, and then you can move that money around from your exchange wallet over into a margin wallet or over into a lending wallet. And from the lending wallet, then you can be getting some interest off it. The great thing about Poloniex is that when you are loaning for BTC or Bitcoin, when everybody does a margin trade on Bitcoin, your money can be used and you can earn interest on that. It's the same with BTS, Clam, Dodge, Dash, Litecoin, STR, XMR is Monero, and XRP is Ripple. And each one of these is altcoin that can be lent out. So right now, see if I can change the size of this screen so it fits better here. So right now I have 0.02 Bitcoin that is not lent out, and the rest of my Bitcoin are lent out right now. So what I can do is choose a rate, 0.79, and I want my stuff to be lent out all the time. So I generally undercut these guys just by a little bit. Choose my Bitcoin, turn off auto renew so that I can reset my rate to the most competitive rate all the time. And you can see that my loan here is now up to 0.023 Bitcoin. And I've set it so that it'll be finished in 2 days and the loan will be released. And if somebody's still holding a margin position, they will automatically pick up whatever's the lowest rate here. So if anybody puts on a leveraged position in Bitcoin, my money will be picked up and put onto theirs. And this is not very competitive here yet. There's not that much competition, and so the rates are very good. 0.07, remember in Bitfinex we had, let's go take a look, Bitcoin, 0.02. So Poloniex is a far greater loan rate than Bitfinex. Even though Bitfinex has a lot more people there, that's why they're all competing the price down. And so this is a fantastic way to be holding your Bitcoin and growing your Bitcoin at, let's see, 0.07. That adds up to about 28.8% interest per year. And that's not including if I'm taking my profits and reloaning those all the time, which I do. As soon as my loan is finished, I take all of it and I put it back into these loans. Now, another thing that I want to point out in this video here, especially with Poloniex, is that there are these other altcoins where you can be loaning, and they all have different loan rates. So if I look at BTS, it's 0.02, which is not that attractive. Clam is brand new here, and it's huge, 0.4%. At these rates, at 0.4%, that's 146% interest on an annualized basis. And so if you're taking that and you make your profit in your 1 or 2 days and you put your money plus your profit back in there, it's really going to grow at a huge rate. Now, I think this will go down for Clam over time as more people get in here and start competing for these loans, and the price will be competed down. Dogecoin is pretty new to being available here for margin trading. STR is pretty new, and we'll get down to that in a second. Clam is brand new, just put out there yesterday, I think. And that's why the rate is so high. So Dogecoin is still pretty new, and the prices here are fantastic. 0.2 is really great. Dash, 0.002, which is just not even worth loaning it out. It's such a small rate, I don't understand why everybody's competing the rate down that hard. Anyway, I'm not lending anything there. Litecoin 0.03, still not that attractive, but it's not bad. And STR is fantastic. Here's another one that's more than 150% per year if you are putting this coin in there for trading. XMR, which is Monero, it's pathetic, 0.004. It's just not worth loaning. Ripple coin, 0.02, which isn't bad. 0.03, not bad. But you can see there's 288,000 Ripple coin at this price. So you have to undercut that if you actually want to loan out your Ripple coin. Now, the interesting thing for me is that I think Bitcoin is going to go up. So I can be holding my Bitcoin, the price of it's going up, and because the price is going up, more people are going into margin trades, which gives me the interest that I'm earning on my Bitcoin as I'm holding it as the price is going up. It's a double win as far as I'm concerned. And it could be the same for each one of these different coins. So for example, which chart do I have here? STR, which is Stellar. I like to look at the price chart. You know, if you were buying Stellar here and you're loaning it while the price is going up, again, you're earning and you're earning on your earnings. And so it's really, I've put a star beside each of these coins, and then I can organize the chart here so that all the starred coins turn up top. And then it's easy for me to go and look at the charts. BTS. This is a nice 1, 2, 3 bottom formation here, and I did buy into it right around here, and I sold out as the things were coming down here. But will BTS go up higher? I think so. I think that BitShares will go up higher. I think it's a really interesting business plan. BitShares is the decentralized exchange and really a great technology. I think the price of this will go up and up and up. So it could be a great one to buy into and then lend out. So we can go back to BTS and check out the prices here. Not bad, 0.02. And so you're getting, what was that, about 20% interest per year on your BTS, on your BitShares. Now, Dash, what's the price chart for Dash? When we look at the price chart for Dash, this is a potential 1, 2, 3 bottom formation here. If it breaks higher than this, I think it's going to be going higher on a long-term basis. Dash is interesting. It's got some good technology because it's completely anonymous when you're using that coin. And it's much the same as XMR, which is Monero. It's also anonymous when you're using it. I think they're both different technologies, a little bit different. And so they're both pretty interesting. Monero is pretty interesting because it has such high volume. When we look at the Monero chart, this is also nice bottoms here. Nice little rise up and down. We do have lower lows here just recently, but when I zoom in on this chart, it does look like this is a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation and a breakout right off this really important technical levels. And now prices are hovering at a nice trading triangle here. So if prices break above the 2066 level here that we see, I think this is going to go up higher, and it would be looking to reach maybe these levels here. And that's a fantastic increase in your profits if you were to buy into this, put it in for lending, and set your sell orders at around this area, this technical level up here. You'd make all that profit while the price is going up, and then you could get out and evaluate if the prices are going to continue going that way. So each of these different markets, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 different markets, are worth looking at the technical aspects of the price charts and decide if it's going to go up. It would be worthwhile to buy into it and then put it into the lending so that you are getting money on your money. As prices are going up, you're also getting interest on it going up. And so that's it for this video here. There's more to talk about, but I'll leave you to go through each of these different charts and make a decision on whether or not it's a good time to buy into it. I know you probably won't be watching this video on the day that I make it. This will be a good video to keep in the background of the Lumbridge City website as part of the strategies, one of the strategies. One strategy is to do the margin trading on Bitfinex or on OKCoin or on any of the other exchanges that have low fees. Another one is to do the lending here on Poloniex. Another one is to pay attention to what's going on with the alt clan manipulators there over on Bittrex. And that's the main exchange that clan is working on right now. So out of these three things, I think this is the safest one of all the ways to buy Bitcoin, put it in here for lending, and grow your Bitcoin while you're waiting for the inevitable price of Bitcoin to go back up to 1,000 and probably beyond that. Just as a closing bit, I want to point out that I just learned today about this site called Just Dice, where you can put your money up and you earn profit from this website without having to do any of the rolling and taking a chance with your money this way, gambling. What you can do is put your money up so that the gamblers can use your money in their gambling. As they win or lose, that money comes into the major pool. And the owner of justdice.com was sharing a link, and you can see here what their profits have been over the last while. Profits are going down a little bit, but the house average is 1% profit off all the trades, just by the mathematical odds of how they've set up the win-loss ratio. The house will always get a 1% or better rate. So if you annualize that, that's 181% per year increase, which is phenomenal. And all you have to do is buy Clam, the coin Clam, which we're seeing we're getting a 0.4% interest rate here, and leave it in the Just Dice wallet, and it'll renew and people will use it in their gambling. So I'm not familiar enough with Just Dice to put any money in there. I don't own any Clam coins, but by looking at this rate here, let's go take a look at the Clam chart. So here's the Clam chart just over the last month. It doesn't seem really volatile, pretty steady there actually. And if I zoom this out to all time, then we can see that Clam had a real big spike over here. And back here, when that site started using Clam as their gambling coin, the price of Clam went through the roof. Now we seem to have a pretty stable bottom here, and this could be a bottom formation. We're having a real slow cup formation here. It really, technically, to me, it looks like a good time to buy Clam and hold it. And if you could be loaning it out at the same time, and then be prepared to get rid of it when it comes up to this technical level, I think there's some real great profits to be made in Clam here. Buy Clam with your Bitcoin, loan it out because it's getting a better loan rate than Bitcoin. And then if the price goes up, as the price goes up, get ready to sell it out in here just because it's a technical top level, maybe even in this range here. And it's still a very good return from the rate that it's at now at about 540,000 Satoshi. And once it goes up to about 700,000 Satoshi, this would be the sellout spot, and then just watch it from there. So there's a lot of really exciting opportunities to really make some profits through these altcoins right now. And who knows how long this kind of opportunity will last, but we're into it now. Let's make some profits. So thanks for watching this video. Leave some comments below, leave some tips if you've got some conversation, if you've got something to add on to this for our small group of people to really be profiting. Let's work together and make some coin. Bye for now.